Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello has reiterated his commitment to alleviating the hardship flood victims are going through and calls on relevant authorities for assistance. Governor Bello made the call when he visited the affected areas within Lokoja, the state capital. He was joined by a few of his cabinet members who moved in a canoe to those areas. The 2022 flood have been confirmed as Nigeria's worst flood disaster, and as predicted by the National Meteorological Agency, NIMET, the flood would affect some states in Nigeria following the release of water from the Ladgro Dam in Cameroon and other dams in Nigeria. We now join Faith Abdul Ghaffar for more reports.
From the popular Pata Market down to Natako along the Lokoja-Abuja Expressway could not be accessed except by canoe due to massive flooding. This left many to either join the canoe, stay at home or go through a long distance to get to international market, Natako and Felele axis of the state. To ascertain the level of havoc the flood has caused to the people of Kogi State, the state governor Yahaya Bello, joined with some of his cabinet members, went on the spot assessment only with canoes. The flood did not only cause road access impediments, but has taken lives. A Kogi State Polytechnic student was also reported to have died when the flood wave became so strong that it swept the students away into the river, among others who have died in various affected communities in the state. After the risk taken, Governor Yahaya Bello sympathized with the family of the victims and assured residents of Pata and Adankolo communities that were most hit in the city of Lokoja of his administration to ensure that are resettled.
We shall make efforts to ensure that we relocate all the inhabitants to a more suitable place. You are aware that we have embarked on urban renewal. This urban renewal, this particular flood that come now has given us another opportunity to see how much we can expand the city and town of Lokoja and all of the other cities and local government that are currently underwater. Ibaji is completely underwater. More than 50% of Ida is underwater. Koto Karve is underwater. Basa is underwater. Ofun is underwater. Omala is underwater. Ajakuta is underwater. You know, there are several other communities that have been consumed by this particular flood and some other tributaries, you know, all across the state. We are aware of all of these. We embarked on what we call erosion control. Kogi State in partnership with World Bank, you know, and we've been able to do our best. We will continue to do our best, and then relief materials and palliatives are coming underway.
He expressed deep dissatisfaction over the scope of devastation and suffering the people are going through, advised them not to play with water.
I sincerely call on all of you, please let nobody play with water. I know all of us, we can swim, we can dive, you know, we live inside water long before now, but let me tell you something. Don't joke with water. The water is still rising, it's not receding yet, so that we don't endanger our life. May God Almighty bring succor to our way.
Governor Bello recalled that water overflowing the banks of River Niger and River Benue in the last decade has become an occurrence, causing disasters that have afflicted the state and the people since the first experience in 2012, then in 2015 and in 2018. But in 2022, with an amount of destruction and death recorded, it has posed to be the worst flooding than the rest of the years before. At Adankolo IDP camp, he promised to provide succor for them. He instructed Lokoja Local Government Chairman to capture all the affected into Bello Care Program.
We will, within our reach, within our power, we will bring all the necessary succor, palliative, assistance to all of you in terms of food items, and when water recedes, we will ensure that those that need to be relocated from where they are to a new site on a more permanent basis, we are going to do that. I call on all of you to please remain peaceful and calm, and I thank the local government chairman for providing the necessary security for all of you here. Please live in peace and harmony. This is not your permanent home. Water will go. You will just retrieve whatever you can retrieve. We'll relocate you to a new permanent place. I'm using this opportunity to call on all of you. We have a program called Bello Care and Health Insurance Scheme. Chairman, make sure that all those that are in various IDPs are captured under this Bello Care and Health Insurance Scheme free of charge. And there are other systems and programs that we have designed. We will make sure that those of you that are affected immediately are captured and you benefit.
The traditional ruler appreciated the quick intervention the governor has brought to them.
We are indeed very grateful for this kind of great visit. This is the first of its kind. And by the grace of God, the Lord will reward you. He will reward your kindness, your passion over us. The Lord will reward you and reward your family also.
He assured all affected communities across the most flooded local government areas of the state of the government's plans to properly resettle and rehabilitate the victims. He, however, made a passionate appeal to President Muhammadu Buhari, the World Bank, public-spirited individuals to assist Kogi State government to cushion the effects of the flood ravaging Kogi State.
This particular problem is not a problem that only Kogi State can solve. The people alone cannot solve it. So please, I am calling on everybody to please come on board and join hands with us to ensure that we save the situation. If Kogi State is cut off, more than 90% of both north and south have been cut off. The road is already underwater. So we are calling on Fashola as well to come over and see exactly the level of water so that the award of contract can be readjusted or remodeled, the road can be changed so that the road will not spoil, once again. The second lane of the Muritala Mohammed Bridge has not been attended to. Even the one that was renovated or reconstructed is already giving way. So I am calling on federal government to please come and look into it. There are several other federal government roads that even Kogi State is intervening, and we are calling on you to please quickly come to our aid.
Faith Abdul Ghaffar reporting for MSC TV.